Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. As always, with Manchester United, there's a lot to discuss. Always on the pitch, off the pitch, there's always some drama, there's always some rumor, there's always some rumors, I should say. Apologies on the lateness as well. I was on Lewis's channel for the preview, so that's why slightly later than usual. But I am here with and joined by the gang people. So Ivorian is in the building, Rhino is in the building, Dan Silly Man is also in the building as well. What are you man telling me? Everybody good?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Well, you see, I can hear from the voice of Rhino. Rhino's all right. You know what I mean? You get me?
Chilling, man.
What are you saying, Rhino? You blessed?
Yeah, man. Just the best I can be, based on being a supporter of this stupid club,
It's cool, man. We're going to get into all things Manchester United. That is the question. That's why I put the question mark in the title, people. Erik Ten Hag losing the Manchester United dressing room. So we will be discussing that. Of course, reports have came out today that off the back of those rumors yesterday that certain media members have been banned. Sky Cover from Sky Sports has been banned. I believe it's Lockhurst as well, and a couple others also. But big up to everyone in the chat. Please run up the likes on the video. Make sure you run up the likes, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Share this across all of the socials as well, please. All them social media apps you are active on. And subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. As well. Big up to Sheik. I see you. Big up to Leon, who's in the chat. He will be here shortly as well. This is the team going forward for Tuesdays as well, people, including Leon. This is the five-a-side squad. You know what I'm saying? That is absolutely fire. Dan will be back very, very shortly, people. As I said, look, you see him. He's right there. Yes, Dan, what are you saying? You good?
Yes. What's going on, man? How's
All
everyone?
blessed, man. All blessed, man. All blessed. You already know what it is. But yeah, Rhino, we'll go to you because you said we was on Casually FC yesterday. I mean, you had some interesting thoughts. You know what I'm saying on Erik Ten Hag, much different from last week Tuesday. So we'll start, man, with him losing the dressing room according to reports. Over 50% of the players. What are you saying? What are you telling me?
Yeah, man, it's a shambles right now, man. It's a shambles, and obviously, you know me for the last few weeks. I've said, I still got faith, and like my faith's run out now. Finally, it's gone. The gas is empty. The petrol's done. Everything's finished. Like the car's about to break down. You feel me?
Everything done.
Yeah. Do you know what it is as well? Obviously, for me, my issue with Ten Hag is obviously looking at it now. Technically, he still has time to turn it around if he really wanted to. But my problem is all the slow progress I saw amongst the negative stuff is now it doesn't matter anymore, because that Newcastle game for me was absolutely ridiculous, and I can understand why the players are falling out with him. If he was doing this whole military kind of strict regime kind of, thing, and he was consistent with it, I wouldn't really care what the players think. They need to get with it or go home, get with the program or go home. But the fact is he has no consistency with it, and that's my problem. If you're going to say you're playing people on form, then we shouldn't be seeing McTominay playing when he's playing bad. He should be subbed. When Rashford's not playing well, he should be subbed. When, you see Kobe Mainoo out in the midfield struggling because he's a talented baller, but he's by himself, there should be circumstances put around him to protect him. So these little basic things is why I'm not surprised he's losing the dressing room. Obviously, it could be all rumors and, football agents. For years, we've had some of these players always doing the leaks. Some people say it's Rashford. Some people say it's Maguire. We've heard so many names in the past. And obviously, you've got people like Maguire who's playing decent to the standard level he should. And because we're not used to him playing to a standard level, it's like we say he's in form, and all he's doing is the basics, which is fine. I'm all about the team. I don't have no player preference. Yes, I got players I like more than others, but I support the team. So I care about who's playing well. And even if my favorite player is not playing well, I agree he should be benched. You know what I mean? So there's no bias. So I'm all for playing players in form and all of that stuff, but be consistent with your principles. How many shows have I been on and everyone keeps saying, when's the last time Ten Hag said good's not good enough? Where's that Ten Hag from last year? You know, where we can go into a Man City game, we can go into a Liverpool game, we can go into an Arsenal game, and we can have that faith that, you know, Ten Hag's going to have something cooking. He doesn't always get it right, but normally he has a plan. Whether he sets up the team in a certain way or he plays a certain tactic. Ten Hag was good at that last season. We could go into Man City and not worry. Yes, we had the 7-0s and we had the 4, we lost 4-0 or 4-1. I can't remember what team beat us 4 something. We've had some batterings, but at least there was more of a confidence where Ten Hag's good at tactics. His in-game management was good last season. You feel me? He was taking players off at the right time. He was putting players on at the right time. He was doing well. Start of this season, you see against Wolves, we started off so poorly. We still won. It's the same thing I feel with the Everton game. We played so poorly. We still won. So from Everton, Galatasaray, and I would say, I wouldn't even say Brentford, but from Everton and Galatasaray, I started to say, okay, you know, we're starting to score more goals. Premier League was scoring more goals, so that's something positive I can take. Yes, all the negative still outweighs it, but I'm starting to see, okay, we're clinical now. Because that was one problem. These players are not clinical. So for me, I kind of numbed all the negative stuff and I said, you know what, let me focus on the fact that there's some positives arriving now. But watching that Newcastle game, seeing the players lost, seeing him playing certain players like Rashford starting after Anthony had a good game last game, and I'm not Anthony's biggest fan. I used to be, but I don't care about Anthony no more. But he played well. So put him on, let him start this game, you feel me? Let's see if he can carry on some sort of form like Harry Maguire, you feel me? So when I saw Rashford starting, I saw Kobe Mainoo by himself. McTominay had a stinker. Dalot's having a stinker. We've got players like Regular on the left back, a natural left back.
You can tell Rano's had enough, you know. Jesus.
No,
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro.
Man's letting off that steam, blood.
I was just like, hey,
listen, I'm ready to say all the names. Cool. I'm ready to say bold fraud, all this 10 highs. I'm ready to call it. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'm just fed up, man. I'm fed up, man. Like, do the basics, Ten Hag. Like, McTominay, I get it. He has these last minute goals in him and whatever. But if we're playing for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes and he's not doing nothing, hook him off. And then we're seeing he put Amrabat on, then he's taking Mainoo off. Instead of taking McTominay off, he's taking Mainoo off. Like, all of these stupid decisions. And, you know, for the people that say, oh, but Rhino, you should have faith in the manager and he needs time. Okay, I'll give him time if he does the basics. Do the basics, bro. I'm not going to do this revisionism and say we need De Zerbi and all that stuff because being a Manchester United manager holds different weight. That's fact. It doesn't matter. People keep talking about Potter. Bruv, he failed at Chelsea. There's no way he's going to do good at Man United. The fact is, Man United don't have a good structure. So if you're going to put someone like Potter with Chelsea, who he had backing from the owners, he's going to definitely not survive in United. If he can't survive in a good Chelsea environment where it's not the best, but at the same time, it's better than United situation, he's never going to survive at United. So that's where I'm fed up, man. So these rumors and these leaks, don't get it twisted. I have an issue with the fact that I don't support player power in it. I always believe what the manager says goes, even if I don't agree, because Man United have had such a problem with player power. These players that have been here since Van Gaal, since flipping Rangnick, since Oli, they're still here. And when they're ready to down tools, they down tools. Rashford's got a new contract. Why did we give him a new contract based on one season? Based on 6 months of one season. We gave him a new contract. That's on Ten Hag. You feel me? We gave Dalot a new contract. Dalot's not consistent. So all these little things I had patience with because I started to see I said flawless. I said Ivorian. I said, Danny, you know what? Let's give this guy a bit of time to figure it out. You know, he's going to watch Mainoo a few times and he's going to realize he needs someone. He's going to look at McTominay. He's going to realize, you know what, I need to take McTominay off. He's going to look at Rashford and say, I need to take Rashford. He's not doing it, bro. I'm going to Chelsea. I was going to go to the Chelsea game tomorrow. I said, you know what, fuck it. Let me go. Let me go link the ManDem. I'm just going to go to link the ManDem. If I do go, I'm going just to link the ManDem and have good vibes with the ManDem.
You're right. Like, legit, that's what it is. It just happens to be a game going on in between. That's why I'm going.
That's what I'm saying.
Chelsea, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But carry on. Go on.
You know, link up with the ManDem. You know, yeah, what's good? But when that whistle goes and we start watching the players perform, bruv, we're back to like nightmares again. How am I going into this Chelsea game not confident? Chelsea are not in the best situation themselves, but I'm not confident. I don't know what Rashford's doing tomorrow. I don't know what McTominay, Onana. Don't even let me start on Onana as well, bro. Like, bro, I'm not like I wanted Onana to succeed, didn't it? Pause. But at the same time, like, bruv, I cannot support these. Like, I was watching Ben Foster, and he does a show with Goldbridge, and obviously he's a goalkeeper. So one thing he mentioned is that it's not good that Onana's taking a lot of shots, like, because that
we can see that hell of a lot of shots.
Fair enough, cool. But bro, if you're gonna do a basic save, don't this. How are we seeing a goalkeeper and his hands are doing this? Like what's that thing, that ping pong thing when it hits the? Bruv, that thing's more solid. That thing's got stronger arms than Onana, bruv. That little thing that you flick and you have to hit the pinball game. Bruv, it's got more stronger arms than Onana. He's a flipping goalkeeper. Even the way he saves like a. I don't even want to say a word that'll get this channel thingy.
No,
I know what you want to say, bro. He does.
Yeah, he saves like, you know what I mean.
Whatever you're gonna say has been said worse on this channel. Trust me,
bro. I'm telling you, he's. I don't know what his sexuality is or whatever. I just don't know. I just don't know what homeboy is. I just don't know. I don't even know what gender is he like.
Say it's like that, you know.
Not trying to say he's a Pokemon blood, Magikarp in net and that.
Yo, just want to say, hold up. Now this obviously this show has what just.
I would.
All the views expressed by panelists.
Man trying to say
first one. Don't worry, Rhino. I've had two, so it's okay.
Just want to say all the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV. I know it's the views of Flawless on Sarcasm City TV. But go on, carry on.
Right. Trying to say, oh no, it's the action man blood, genderless. That's crazy, blood.
There's some questions. I have some questions. You get me? And to top it off, Donny puts Vaseline on his hands before the game. So there's more to it, Brandon. There's more to this guy, bro. Does he think it's going to stick to his hand? Does he think the ball's going to stick to his hand, bro? I just don't get it, bro. So I'm fed up. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I can't be bothered no more. You feel me? I'm like Erik ten Hag. Your time's done, bro. Your time's done. Like, if tomorrow, it's from the Newcastle game. Do you know what it was, Flawless? Yeah, like, bro, the way the players are walking around, the way Rashford wasn't tracking back, the way McTominay is having a blatant stinker. I wish I could text Erik ten Hag, bro. Sub my man, sub McTominay. Trust me. Like, if you don't believe me, just sub him and see, bro. But now I'm starting to think that Ten Hag doesn't really want to be here. I don't think he wants to be at this club. I think he's realized it's peak. So bruv, let's be real, ManDem. Ten Hag can't be that stupid. He's not a dumb coach. He knows about midfields. He knows about certain things. Bruv, I think he's just throwing himself under the bus. It must be. Or the pressure's just fried his brains and fried the hair that he's got left. He's fried, bro. He's fried, man. But I'm done, man. That's it.
Nah, it's cool. We'll circle back. You've had a lot to say. Hey, before we continue though, like you lot, run up the likes. You know what I'm saying? Run up the likes. Over 40 people in here. Please continue to share across all the socials and subscribe to the channel. Sarcasm City TV, road to 9,000 subscribers. Subscribe to all the ManDem as well. The links are in the comment section, and one of the mods will drop them again. Ivorian, where do you stand? I'm saying, because you was with where Rhino was at last week, but now Rhino's like, yo, I'm done. Like, no, last week, you know what I'm saying? Last week, where do you stand with him this week? After
where
the
do I
Newcastle
stand?
Game, etc. Yes.
Do you know what it is?
Room leaks as well. Add that in as well. So it's two questions.
No. Where do I stand with the manager? It's the same way I stand for the last couple of weeks, you know. Do you know one thing I have to say is that I'm fed up. Yeah, I've been fed up for a very long time, you know, not just on the manager, you know, because, the dressing room as Erik ten Hag is loose in the dressing room. But the players have lost me a long time ago, you know, because I keep on saying before, these men are full of shit at the end of the day. They're pussies and pum-pums full of
pampers,
softies,
nappies.
you know. Softies. The things that I've read, Flawless, you know. He makes me run, you know, a lot, you know.
Oh my. He makes me
we have to work hard. That's the one thing. That's the reason why I say these men are full of softies and full of pum-pums and just, you know, what's the word? What's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? No. What's the word I'm looking for? Entitled, full of bullshit. Oh, go home to your mom crying. Oh, mommy. Oh, boss told me to work hard enough and all that kind of stuff. You know. Oh, he won't praise me and tell me I'm a good player, all that kind of stuff. You must grow the fuck up at times, you know, because I'm tired of all of this. I've seen it year in, year out. tossing managers underneath the bus, you know, down toolings because you think you know better than the manager himself because you've worked at bigger clubs. I'm sorry, the only person that can claim that they've worked at bigger club is Rafael Varane, at top clubs, and also Casemiro. They are the only two players that can legit tell you, and probably Onana says, I've played at big clubs. The rest, you haven't. You've come from small clubs or another club. But these men, I've had enough. One of the reasons why is because if you're crying to your mom every week and you're not a man, this club is called Manchester United. You're a man and you play with your chest, you know. It's called Manchester United, you know. And you men, when you play on the foot, you play like bitches. You don't go on a pitch and you play with your man chest. Because at the end of the day, how many times we're going to go through this, fam? Like, do you think I can go to my parents and cry to my mom and dad and say, oh, the coach won't praise me or the coach says I'm not working too hard? I'm an African man. As soon as I heard that, my parents hear that I don't work hard enough, they're going to be like, so you're not working hard. Huh? So you're telling me I raised a lazy son. At the end of the day, my friend, go back there and show the manager that you work hard. Because these men, seriously, how many times are we going to go through this, guys? How many times will we go through this? Yes, the manager has his own flaws. But at the end of the day, if a manager is telling you, oh, you need to train harder, I'm sorry, is that the ingredients of a top team? What? Working hard?
Basics.
Being pushed to the limit. You know, I expect every training session you mans are sweating in blood. Because why? Because this is Manchester United. To be the best, you need to train hard. You need to be training on mountaintops. You need to be running the jungles. You need to do all these things to be the best. So why you guys are hiding? This is why I conclude that these men are a bunch of losers. They don't want to win. They don't want to work hard. They just want to be here, collect their change at the end of the day. They probably move like me, like the way I move at work. I'm only there to clock in and then get the day done, and then I go home, and that's me done. Because that's how I feel like, you know. Yes, the manager has lost the dressing room, but that's another manager that's lost the dressing room. When the next person will lose the dressing room. Yeah, these are the same men that will probably throw Jesus Christ to the cross again, because look at the way they behave. They throw anyone underneath the bus. They're probably the reason why. These players, at the end of the day, I can't deal with this, man. Man United is a crisis, you know. Yes, go back to the manager. The manager's been making mistakes. I hear that, yeah. The manager's been crap. Yes, he hasn't lived up to the expectations because this is season 2. The first season, we can let it go. We're like, oh, this is what you're about. And then we built up the expectation of it. This is what you're about. The next season, I want you to perfect that, polish that. Bruh, it hasn't worked out this season, but there are many reasons why. It's not just the fact that it's just only on him. It's not just on him. The club has let him down in terms of ownership. I've always said this before. Man was expecting to have proper people running the club, which is the truth. He never got that. Injuries as well. And then you've got crisis with Jadon Sancho and all that nonsense. Marcus Rashford not being able to find his form. And Bruno Fernandes do what Bruno Fernandes does best, spamming everywhere. You got the Harry Maguire situation. I've never seen a football club that's got full of a lot of people that do not want to succeed. They talk the talk, but never walk the walk. At the end of the day, I imagine you push me too hard. You push me to my limits, to the fact that I can't take it no more. You're supposed to work hard. This is Manchester United Football Club. You're supposed to run the extra yards. You're supposed to train hard. You're supposed to feel jaded every training session, because why? This is an elite club at the top of the echelon, top tier, you know. Trainers like Floyd Mayweather don't complain about running the hard yards and being pushed extra hard by his training coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, military people don't complain about the sergeant insulting me and all that kind of stuff, telling me that I'm soft, I'm not good enough. None of that kind of shit. Because why? You're supposed to be resilient. You're supposed to be a man. You men are full of... They're not men. They're not men. Like I said before, it's called Manchester United. And these men ain't got that. They ain't got this. They ain't got this. They ain't got this. But anyway, another manager, dressing room loss. We move on, innit? Like, men get sacked. The same people come in. We go through the same process over and over again until you get rid of these bunch of pussies, yeah, bunch of pum-pums, because that's what they are at the end of the day.
I hear that, and I agree with you fully, like, because I was paying attention even though I wasn't on camera in regards to the players, but he brought in a lot of these players and kept a lot of these players. So surely that falls with him as well. We know what these players are like. He kept a hell of a lot of these, but and co-signed. That's what I'd say. He brought in a lot of players and co-signed a lot of the players who are still here.
He does. But guess
that's
what?
Why I blame him.
Guess what? We still have players. We still have players that's got Ollie's regime, Jose Mourinho's regime, LVG regime, and then these are the players that they've been ushering and urging. Can we sell them? But the clubs keep telling you, nah, we resale value on X, Y, and Z. McTominay, we expect a higher value for him, not just at 30 million.
But the manager can force that though, because we see that with Sancho.
Yeah, but he can force it. He can force it, but again, would the club accept it? No, because the club said that they want to pay for Maguire's rest of his money.
Don't play him. That's my point. Don't play him. So that's why I don't. When people say player power and stuff like that, the manager's giving the players the power.
And that's my turning point. That's like what's stopping him from dropping them, homeboy? What's stopping him?
Player power, and I'm giving you the power. You know what I'm saying? You beating me with it. You beating me up with a baseball bat, and I've give you the bat.
Sorry,
kind of shit is that?
That's the things he has. That's the players he has at his disposal, and that's what he could use. He's got a bunch of turds, and it can't get any better. You can't polish a turd. I'm sorry.
I hear you with that. That's why the players are not blameless. That's why I'm not. But I'm saying he's assisted this. You've continued to play these. Even if you can't sell players, let's say for argument's sake that's the case. You don't have to play players. He's continuing to play Rashford. He's continuing. Whoever you think I've worried of the bad eggs are, like say the worst five, whoever the case may be. You continue. They're all bad. No, you're continuing to play them. That's on you. You've continued to play these, but we're now in December. You've continued to play these man from August, and you've just realized now that they're bad eggs when we all knew this beforehand. Surely you've seen the signs. You're like you said, like Rhino said, he's a smart man. Yes, he's crumbling under the pressure, but he's not stupid. He's just crumbling under pressure and panicking. But the point I'm making is that you must be fully aware, like, oh, you know what? These players are not doing what I need them to do. They're not putting it in training if that's the case, or various things. We know what they're like. Welcome Leon to the show as well. Yes, Leon, what are you saying, man? You good?
What's good? Sorry I'm late, man. I was looking around thinking, flawless, man. You not sent me the link, and you put it in the chat yesterday. Mad things.
I'll always drop it in there. I'll always drop it in the chat on the day, like half an hour before or something like that.
Yeah,
so
everyone
I don't have to send out for separate times.
Started getting engrossed in the cooking and that, and then that was it, man. That was a wrap. As soon as I smelled the food, I thought, nah, man. Do you know what I mean? I thought, do you know what I mean? I wonder if these men are live. I went on my phone and it's live, and I'm thinking, nah, what's going on? But shout out the chat, shout out everyone, shout out Danny as well, bro. Nice to see you as well. Ivorian, I just come in. He was on complete smoke, man, calling him pom poms and pussy holes and crazy.
Man. Even the manager can get it, man. Even Kathy, right now, I'm not happy, bro. I'll go into that club and give it to everyone from Kathy.
No, you're sad, man. The poor old dinner ladies are just there to work.
And they give it to Kathy.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Man, semi-pause, walking in. You know, like when man walking jail and tip the tray up, like, yo, give me that food. You're not giving me the food. Dash that food, innit? Yo,
like everybody's got to go. I'm with it. But large of everyone in the chat does I see
I've read stuff like people trying to sue Manchester United's canteen because of the poor standard and someone got food poisoning. Like, this is where we're at Manchester United as well.
No, they need some Ivorian spice food. Crazy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, listen. what have I missed, guys? What have you?
Oh, you missed Rhino. He's switched on the manager.
Letting on the clip.
Rhino's PTH out. I've been for a long time.
I've seen it. Rhino was out a few days ago. He came on. You know when Rhino's gonna unload you? He's like a silencer. He's just brewing in it. Do you know what I mean? He'll just be there and he'll be like, you'll see his body language on camera, like. You know what I mean? And then it's like done. You get what I'm saying?
Done, bro.
It is. Nah, for real, like that's what it is. But Dan, what are you saying, man, in regards to the reports about Ten Hag losing the 50% of the dressing room? Again, question mark, people. These are just reports. It's not factual. But we're just here talking about it hypothetically. So yeah, Dan, thoughts.
Bro, the merry-go-round continues, isn't it? Like, this is the same shit, different day, bro. Like. For real, man. I don't even know. At this point, it's just a cycle with it. What can you do? Yeah. Like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, honestly, because we've been there, done it. We've seen this shit time and time again. New manager bounce. Boom. Second. Like, bro, like. But the thing is, I agree with you, Flawless, in a sense where Ten Hag should be doing a lot better than what he has, right? But at the same time, something has to be said for the fact that look at all the managers that have come in at the same time and the same shit has happened, bro. Like, So that's telling as well. So I'm at a point, it's like we're hearing this and that. We don't know. I don't know what to believe, bro, at this point.
Yeah.
There's so much shit going on. All we can do is speculate. But then we have to also read between the lines. And then when you're seeing these leaks come out yet again, it's like, where do you even stand? I don't even know where I even stand now, bro. Like, because I've given up like since time ago. I'm numb to a lot of this shit. So it's like, I'm just an observer now and just like, I don't know. Different things. Like, bro, I don't know, innit? Like, I don't know what's going on. And then you got Matic coming out as well now. Adding fuel to the fire, saying Sancho this, Sancho that. Yeah, bro, like.
Oh, did you speak about Sancho? I just spoke about it. Oh, you're talking about the lateness because you mentioned him with the lateness.
Like I said, the Sancho late.
On the show on Sunday, I was like, all right, black person's late to work. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shock. We fit certain stereotypes. It is what it is, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I work from home and I'm late to work.
Yeah, flawless.
From home.
So flawless. You match the stereotype, you know.
Yeah, man. Like, that's it. Again, people, that's not me accepting it. That's just what it is, man. There's certain stereotypes. I was saying that we fit. Should they be doing better? Yes. I'm just clowning. Look at the name of the channel, people. But carry on, Dan.
Yeah, no, man. I can only echo what everyone else has already said. Like, big up to all you lot, letting off that steam and that. This is real cancelling right here, boy. I was sitting back just listening, like Rhino going off, letting off the kick. Rah! Like, I was like, rah! Come on. I love that shit. Nah, man. But bro, that's to be said, I can only echo what you man are saying, just talking facts. Like, just, what more is there to be said, bro? Like, we got Chelsea coming up tomorrow. Just the beginning of the end, innit? Like, I feel like Ten Hag just digging his grave. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a mad run this month. And yeah, time will tell, innit? What happens, bro? We're still up in the air with the ownership situation. Like, everything is just up in the air, bruv. So all we can do, like I said, is speculate and then read between the lines. And then man like Ten Hag's coming out today. I think I just see like a few moments ago in the press conference him talking about, oh, everyone's professional, it's all good, there's no problems. Yeah, whatever, mate. We know there's problems, you know what I'm saying? There's been leaks for time. It's like
Ten Hag's joking. Such a liar.
He's a joker, bro.
And he has to lie. He's not going to say, yeah.
You know what, though?
Because when he should have lied in regards to the Sancho situation, he didn't.
Yeah, he
didn't.
You know what
I'm saying. You could have lied.
Time and a place, man. You're doing things at the wrong times.
There's a time and a place to lie. Like, that's when he should have lied. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to say what he said. And now people are seeing it. All right. But Leon, what are you saying in regards to it? And in regards to, like, obviously the dressing room leaks, 50% of the dressing room has turned on him, apparently. Again, people, this is all reports. We're not saying this is factual. We're just reporting on it because that's the information and rumors that are flying around. And you lot are going to ask us about it anyway. So you might as well get to it. So yeah, Leon, thoughts?
All I know is I think Ten Hag's the perfect alibi for Rhino when he lets off that clip, man. He'll lie for his cows from home, man. Do you know what I mean? He'll lie big time. You get me? Do you know what I mean? Like, no, Rhino wasn't here. But yeah, no. I think what I try to look at is I don't get sucked into rumors too much. The guys that know me, I'm in the combat scene, innit? So like, there's loads of things that come out in combat sports, like boxing, for example. Give an example, Conor Ben. I always use it. People like I don't know if you know much about the Conor Ben thing. Got done for.
Yeah, I know about it. You know, I've been following boxing.
Blah 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 blah. People on about he's taking this, he's taking that, but I haven't heard from his mouth, so I ain't gonna judge the whole thing. Yeah, I might have my own like views on what I think, but I won't give it as like gospel. So with this one though, I think that from what I can see, body language and how the players are responding and not the patterns. How can I describe it? Like the inconsistencies with certain players and why certain players are not coming back and why other guys are getting played and body language of the manager on the pitch. Yeah, I think certain members of the dressing room are losing faith in the manager. And I think when you couple that with, let's go back to you again, Flawless, the list that you came out with all the things that he's not doing right, which just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Do you know what I mean? It's longer than some man's Christmas list. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like the list of Jericho, man. Jesus.
Yo, it's mad. Do you know what I mean? It's like reading the rights and he's just there like, yeah, and lying. And it's like, bro, facts. It kind of is all marrying together to tell me that the people are losing faith in the manager, because even like the little things with like Varane's body language with him, Martial's body language with him, big up Traps, I can see Traps in there as well, man.
Big up Traps.
And that's why what I'm doing later on today is I'm going to go into who I think is with the manager in the squad and who I think is against the manager. I want to kind of delve into that a little bit more. That's what interests me from the body language. But yeah, I think they're not really playing for him. They're kind of playing as and when they want to play. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. And if he's and I don't know, Flawless, it's like I said it in the group chat earlier. I don't know if you've seen oh no, I didn't. I said it to Traps actually. I meant to put it in the group chat, Ryan, so we could all see in that, yeah. It's like Ten Hag comes across to me like somebody that I wouldn't get on with in a working place. I've worked with people like that before, and the way they talk to you and the way their body language is. Now I don't know 100%, but that's the vibe I get off him. I don't F with that. I don't mess with it. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see. I'd love to hear Sancho if Sancho comes out. I think we're going to have a long time until that one comes out, but I'd love to.
That will happen eventually. Definitely.
Yeah, I just don't think it will happen anytime soon. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. Hopefully, but yeah, I think Flawless answer to your question. Sure, I think some players are losing respect for the manager, and I think that they're not bothered because they know that they can outlast the manager, so they'd rather just dash in and get somebody else in. To be honest with you, they probably like to vibe with someone like Fletcher till the end of the season because they can just get away with lateness and rare. Yeah,
hey, bring back the vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. God forbid. Bring back the vibes. Big up Traps in the chat as well.
No, but man, that's my problem though. These players, they don't even play for themselves, their wives, their kids, their pets, the fans especially. Yeah, forget the manager. Play for yourself. You know, and
integrity.
The fans.
Where's the integrity?
Where's the integrity? You want to put the manager in the bin? You're costing yourself opportunities to go further and progress in life at the football club. You know, yes, you don't get on with the manager. That's not everyone gets on with everyone at work. Let's be real. Like you might not get on with your colleague and your friends, but you all have the same goal. The goal is to achieve and win trophies.
Yeah, that's certain people on this channel that I can't stand. Hey, just fuck you.
So yeah, like I'm just tired. Like play for the fans at least, or yourself, or your wife, your kid, or your dog, whichever one you want to play for.
I'm worrying the mentality is not there anymore because you just reminded me of a time when Sheringham was beefing certain man. You know what I'm saying? Like Cole, Sheringham beef. It's like, but they, like you said, they still had the common goal, and look what they achieved together. So you're right.
They played,
I think the only difference is, that's a mad how Danny's phrasing.
I remember that.
Crazy. I think the only difference is when a manager consistently makes, like, no player, like a player can't turn around and say, I know more than a manager. He's the ultimate authority, whether you believe him or not. That's his position he's in. I think because a lot of the chat are saying that I don't know Ten Hag and Rera. That's right, but I just feel like from what I'm reading, when somebody makes a lot of decisions and you start to lack their respect in those decisions, like some of the players that he's picking and some of the decisions that he's making and some of the game time that he's giving people and some of the treatments. Well gone.
I've never seen Rando like this, yo. The way you said
everything you say. It like, sinks in. When you're talking, it's sinking. I can see Rando's mind. I'm thinking about just looking at Ten Hag's face. You know when he bites his lip like a puff, like just clueless.
Yeah, like Rhino.
Clueless.
You know what it is? When somebody tries to give you authority when they're not doing well, do you know what I'm saying? Like I used to work in sales, innit? If somebody's not doing sales well, their word doesn't hold weight to me when we're doing coaching and stuff like that. And they turn around and say, do this, then this. I'm like, bro, you didn't sell anything yesterday. Do you know what I mean? My man, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like,
that was me. I hear that.
Yeah, like somebody will turn around and be like, you need to do this, bro, it'll work, bro. And it's like, bro, you had a stinker for the last 2 weeks. Like, don't come to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like Maguire.
Example, innit?
Yeah, that's like Maguire in Carrington saying, yo, you know what, yeah? Garnacho, you need to finish like this. It's like, bro, man just loft the ball up to you and all you do is head it in. Do you know what I mean? You don't even do that consistently, so I don't think his word holds weight, Flawless. So.
Do you know what keeps echoing in my head? Like Ralph Rangnick when he's like the open heart surgery, and I feel like that clip has become like, you know, like when you watch them films, and it does the mad effects, and his voice starts echoing like open heart surgery, open heart surgery, open heart surgery. like he saw the vision
on his shoulder, blood.
Yeah, bro, it's on repeat in my head. Like I proper remember that press conference, his face, everything, the glasses, and then, bro, look at us now, bro. Everyone laughed at him, not us, but people laughed at him. Oh, Ralph Rangnick, Gengen president. He knew, bro. He's a special guy, you know, that man. I swear, the Glazers knew They were scared, bro. He's a special guy, bro. Trust me.
Ryan, so what he's saying when he turns around in training, he goes, "We're playing well." It's like we're playing well. We're playing well. We're not playing well. You know what I mean?
That's exactly how it is. Yeah. They don't want to say Rannick's voice.
Run harder. No,
like they don't want to run, bro. How can you not want? This is mad. This is not.
That was one of the reports. We'll get to that.
He's pushing McTominay up in front of everyone. They're just going to get a little semicircle going now. McTominay played absolutely outstanding the other day. And it's like 8 touches. Ah!
The reports came out stating that the players were like on what was it? He's too authoritative and also.
Come on, ManDem. That is absolutely embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing to complain that someone's work. I need to word it in a way that's that the coach is working them too hard. You feel me?
Athletes are complaining about running.
I think they're just not.
How? I think they're just like how sport can you
see
be?
How mad
like,
that is.
It's mad.
Mad. That's what.
Even the players. No, I was gonna say, as fans, like across the board, like a lot of people have lowered their expectations. I can understand the fans thinking like that, but the players to lower their expectation, that's a whole next thing. Like these man, like I've already said, are prima donnas, bruv, on big money, and you're complaining about fucking running, bruv. What the fuck is this, bruv? This is crazy. So these man, bruv, have lowered their sort of expectations. Oh, the bar is so low at Man United now. Not only for all of us, but the players themselves think they can just take the piss at this club. And again, it all stems from the top, trickles down. The club are the ones that give these players the big wages when they ain't achieved shit in their careers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rashford and that. The fuck?
And this is why I say, because I see people in the chat like trying to proportion blame elsewhere. Everybody's to blame. Is it so? In my opinion, is it solely on Ten Hag? No. Is it solely on the players? No. Is it solely on the Glazers? No. Is it solely on the board and everybody? Man. Everybody, everything done exactly. Like how you can defend anything at this point, I don't get it. Because I don't defend any of the players. I don't defend the manager. I don't defend anybody in regards to the hierarchy, and I don't defend the owners because everybody is culpable. Everybody is to blame. Now, you can proportion blame and say who's more to blame or who's not. But, like, let's just talk on the pitch. Manchester United, players not closing down and not tracking runners. That's solely on the players. Now, certain players being out there, that's on the manager. That's why I don't blame the ownership for individual games. Because when we win games, we don't praise the owners. We don't praise the hierarchy. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, Arnold and Merto and all these guys when we win matches. We're talking about the manager and we're talking about the players. And that when Garnacho scores that wonder goal against Everton, use that for example, we praise Garnacho. We don't credit. So when we lose, you can't flip it and have it both ways. Pause. Like you can't do that. Like legit. Like for real. So I'm not trying to hear this while people in the chat are trying to like anyone's blameless. Does the manager have to go? Yes. But that doesn't mean the players need to stay. The players can go with him. I said this. Everybody can go. What are we talking about here? Like, what we doing here? Hey, Eddie, I said pause, man. But big up to my guy Eddie in the chat. You lot run up the likes as well, man. We're only at 41 likes and there's over 70 people in here. Let's get up to 60 likes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to all the ManDem as well. I need to pattern it so for this show in particular on Tuesdays, all the ManDem's links are underneath in the description. But I think they all are anyway. But one of the mods put all the ManDem's links in the comment section as well. And Tedescu says, come on, ManDem. Wayne Rooney done a madness because the club's ambition was very, very lackluster. Yeah, he did. But Rooney also at that time, yeah, he did. People forget that he tried to leave. You know what I'm saying? But right, it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't performing to a high level at that point, if I remember correctly. What was going on? He was a part of the team that was indeed failing. Yes, we should have invested better, and I get. But you don't you just go and jump ship. All right, first. You know what I'm saying? I know you almost ended up at Chelsea, but hey, we move. But yeah, we'll go to your Ivorian thoughts on that. In regard, I know you touched on it, but again, the players in particular, reports coming out saying that they're being worked too hard. They're running. I think the quote is they were running. They don't know why they was running so much in training. Pointless. I'm paraphrasing. It was something along those lines, people.
They don't know why. Weren't they the team that ran the least the most like a couple seasons ago when Ragnick came in? Yeah, they were known to be work less hard. And now, what's funny because we wanted a manager that come in and make them run. And now they're running, but they're not even running to their best at the end of the day because they're still unable to track. Even though statistically it says that we are one of the best top 3 team to win the ball, high press on the final third in turnovers. However, on the pitch, we see that they're not running. They're not doing anything. Rashford on the weekend, he wasn't bothered. You know, a lot of players weren't bothered. Hands in the air. But I just don't understand. How can a professional athlete who've been running their whole entire life, you know, this is their whole entire life from the moment they started kicking the ball, they've been running. This is what they're known to do. Running, jogging, stamina, all that kind of stuff. And they're complaining about a coach making them run too hard. I keep saying this before. If you have players that are complaining about working hard at Manchester United, then they shouldn't be here, mate, because this is the club where you're supposed to train your hardest, where every training session is with sweat and blood drenched up into your t-shirt. When I see your t-shirt, it needs to be like this, because that's exactly what I want to be seeing, because that's what I know that you men are about this. Athletes these days, you can't complain, man. These players can't complain about the coach working them too hard. You're supposed to work hard. Again, that just shows me that they're weak. They're losers. They're not winners. Winners train to the hardest. You know, winners look at how I can improve even better. If the coach is making you run hard and you're wondering why is he making you run hard, because you haven't been running at all. You know, so some players that we have as well unfit. We've seen it before. We've seen unfit players.
But the crazy part is, how are you unfit as a professional athlete? Word to JV, you work at a gym. How are you unfit?
Some people ignore that, you know, and say, "Yeah, I know the gym is there."
It's like a personal trainer. It's like a personal trainer having a belly.
That's fact.
So how are you a personal trainer with a belly? Imagine that. Imagine you was going and trying to hire a PT, you know, to work at the gym. And he had a belly.
Some people abuse the things that are free for them.
There's there, you know.
Really?
And some of them are good as well. Yeah, it's mad. It's crazy, but yeah, I know.
That's wild to me. That. Yeah, how you? I'm sorry. That's wild to me. No, I am not. I am not. Imagine I'm going to a personal trainer and you have a belly.
There's one in my gym that just stands there. You only got the teapot hand. And you propping him out of his back up.
That's a long to register.
Actually getting results as well. And I'm thinking, huh? Do you know what I mean, sir?
That's crazy.
Maybe he's a world's strongest man. They need.
Maybe he used to be fit. Like he just fell off.
Man, you are saying how are you supposed to get me in shape and you can't keep yourself in shape? If you can't be disciplined to keep yourself in shape, how are you disciplined to get me into shape?
Yeah, man's saying you not to eat sugar, and it's like just eating a pie there. Crazy.
I'll only give you a pass if you're like Mickey in Rocky. No, but if you're bare old.
It's do as I say, and not as I do.
You know what I'm saying? That's fair. But even Eddie, because he said, "Hey, Terence Crawford trainer built crazy, but I'm with you, flawless." Yeah, but that's
exactly. That's a McIntyre is a big man.
In regards to that, yeah. Like boxing coaches, like they're exempt. You know what I'm saying? Like Bomac, like that's it. I'm not talking boxing coach because they just have to be able to like that's more.
Bomac's actually quite fit for his size, though. To be fair, it's crazy. It's mad. That's mad me saying that actually, but I see him with like getting smashed up with the thing, and he's like, "Oh, you can't."
Yeah, but that's more with a boxing coach. That's mental. That's what you're holding pads and doing the technical side of things. As long as you can hold the pads, cool and all that. But I bet Bomac, mentally what he helped Crawford with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I'm looking at it. I'm just talking your standard personal trainer.
Yeah, you're right. Because footballers should have a minimum standard. Now that doesn't mean that your body physique is absolutely ripped, because in any sport you can be super fit without having. I'm not saying you. Do you know what I mean? But that's the minimum, because that's what you're taught through the academy all the way through anyway. So I don't know why that should change.
Yeah, like you're there for because people say that like high level sport is mental. So like your coaches and stuff, you're there for the mental side. So even like managers, like Pep, for instance, is like obviously you could have it don't matter. Like you could have a belly, you could be out of shape. Was it like look at like I don't know, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Always smoking cigarettes. It don't matter what. How you give to the team.
Flawless is a good example. Do you know why? Because in my boxing gym, the coach is a heavyweight boxer. So obviously he used to be a heavyweight, so now he's in his 50s, whatever. But he says to the guys exactly what you'd say to footballers. When I'm not with you, you should be working anyway. I don't have to be with you to stay with you for you to get fit and to get in physique and be ready. You should be that when you come to the gym, innit? And it's interesting because we put a little clip up with him going in on the guys saying, like, how do you expect to win the championships when you're blowing out your ass after 2 minutes? Do you know what I mean? And all of a sudden...
That was mad, though. In life, some people just got it. Like, their talent supersedes everything. Like, look at flipping R9 when he put on weight, bro. He was still smashing it up. Tyson Fury, like, what?
He's one of the few. If you have a God-gifted talent, which Ronaldo has, you can get away with it. Like he's like certain players, like a Ronaldinho, like you are God-gifted. Like, but that's not everyone. That is one out of like.
I think the difference between like this guy's put it here, Kevin Ritchie, 0% fat and fitness, but it's about being fit. Can you play 90 minutes at a higher level? That's the most important thing in it. Do you know what I mean? So.
And to Hybrid said, dude, big belly gym instructor, how did we get here? Sarcasm City TV, you ain't new. You ain't new. Like, you hear the regular. Like,
this shit ain't filtered, man.
Yeah, like that's why I was just pointing that out. Like going to just your regular gym and your personal trainer has a belly. It's like, I'm sorry, I look at you funny, man. That's just me.
Yeah, you're like, huh?
Yeah, facts. But yeah, go on, Ivory.
Yeah. The sad thing about these players, they don't have the mentality. They don't want to be the best. I keep saying this every time. They talk the talk, but they don't walk that I'm here to win trophies. I'm here to be the best version I can be. But how many managers have come in and said you can be that person? But when they tell you you need to do this, you need to work extra hard, you need to do the hard yards run and do this and do that, they choose not to. I've seen our football players. How many football matches have we had, and we've still unable to see a manager establish their philosophy because they refuse to do what they say? We saw that with Ragnick. One game, we saw Ragnick's philosophy, Crystal Palace. We never saw it again. Never saw it again. These are the same players, man. I'm astonished. I'm astonished that professional athletes do not want to run. They don't want to work hard. All they want is the money. And that's it.
I've already just a quick one. Let me just cut in for a sec. Yeah, sorry. You said like they don't want to be the best. I don't think they understand what it takes to be the best. I think that's what they're lacking in their mindset. I mean, they're too many of our players. Don't get it twisted. There's some players in our squad that are applying themselves, but there's too many that are not applying themselves. And I think that they're just entitled. Like the way Rashford is entitled. I know we always talk about him rare, but it's so true, man. The guy's super entitled. Like, you believe you're better than what you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you can't be self-aware enough to look around and be like, okay, cool. The fellow peers who are around my age, maybe like the Mbappes or I don't know, Vinicius, or I don't know if they're all the same age, but around that level he aspires to be.
Different levels, man.
Yeah, the way these men are playing is like, do you just watch the highlights, or do you actually watch how these guys play? Because if you want to be a top world baller, you need to understand that they are putting it in.
It's part of the fact. Part of it is the way everyone just licks their ass, bro. Like the media, all these man like going on like the best thing since sliced bread. Bro, it's mad. It's mad. And I was thinking about this earlier. Actually, I was thinking Rashford, Maguire's the same as well. Like every time you see this guy talk, he's got some high level of like delusion going on. Like he thinks he's the best centre back in the world and that. So you're like, raw. But then going back to what
you're not lying. He's not lying.
Bro, I swear down, like everything he says, bro.
Not lying. You're not lying.
And then he puts these little hints out there on like social media and that. Like, like I'm that guy. Like you're not that guy. You're not. Rashid is not that guy. Go on.
Danny, the most famous Maguire coach is, well, the coach keeps picking me, so I must be doing something well. Do you remember that one?
Self-awareness, man. But that ties into no self-awareness, no accountability. That tells you all you need to know with these.
It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. I see you lot in the chat as well, of course. Oh yeah, big up Guilt, man. Good to see you. Big up to Flawless and the panel not caught a live show for a minute. Large up to everyone in the chat as well. Over 100 people in here. Only at 53 likes though. So let's run up the likes, people. Let's get up to 90 likes. Man. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you subscribe to the whole gang as well. Sheik already put all the YouTube links for all their channels in the comment section. He'll do that again. Don't worry about that, people. But yeah, continue to support. And I see people mentioning stuff like, oh yeah, Ronaldo was right. Yeah, Ronaldo was right. But why are we giving him credit for something we all said long before he got here? Why are we giving him credit for something he was a part of for a season and kept his mouth shut? Because when he was playing, and and we had our worst ever season, man shut up. Then as soon as he was dropped.
He didn't get his way.
As soon as didn't get his way, like, oh, it's all about him. And again, he wasn't wrong, but it's the wrong messenger. I've used this analogy before.
He had an agenda behind it. He had a narrative behind it.
This is like Snoop Dogg telling you that you smoking too much weed. He may be right. He may be smoking too much weed.
Has Snoop Dogg smoke? I say he stopped smoking though. Has he stopped? He hasn't.
It was a marketing ploy. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Like Snoop Dogg could be 110% right. You are smoking too much, but you are not trying to hear it from him. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like what we doing here? He's the wrong. That's why I don't give him no credit for that. For stating the obvious, what all of us here, all 5 of us here, were saying before he got here. Yeah, the Glazers are terrible. Yes, we need to upgrade the stadium. Yes, Manchester United are not functioning like a proper football club. But some of you lot who are backing Ronaldo tried to argue me down. What are we doing here? Before he got here, whilst he was here, and he's scoring all them goals. Bear in mind, he contributed to us having our worst ever season and didn't say nothing. Now, like I said, it wasn't until he was dropped and we performed better.
Yeah,
the team
when he left, I was just gonna say that. Bro, Old Trafford is dinnered, man. Like, bro, like when you drop your phone, you know there's no chance of getting your phone back. When you drop your phone down there, bro, you're like, bro, like you could just about have knee space, like. And I remember one time that day that I watched a Chelsea game flawless, I was in the suite, one of the suites. The only thing they added was a little pad to the chair, like a little soft like cushion, bro. It's ridiculous. It's all faded and that, bro. This club is done. This club is, bro. United are in the mud, bro. Dinner, finito, lunch, dinner, breakfast. Like I'm tired of this club, bro. But I love the club so much. At the same time, it's a bit smart, bro. It's a toxic relationship. It's toxic.
That's exactly what it is. We the woman that gets cheated on every time. We tell our best friends, if he cheats on me one more time, I'm gonna leave him. To the extent that we no longer tell our friends when they cheat on us. That's how we are. You know, we're gonna go there on Wednesday. Are we gonna go there on Wednesday? We're going back, yo. We're going there on Wednesday, right?
You know why? Because we knew what it was. We knew what it's like. That's why. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And we know what the good times is like. That's legit what it is. And yeah, Kaneki, I got you, man. I'm gonna shout you about a show. Don't worry, Kaneki. I got an idea, man. So I'm gonna shout you 110%. But yeah, we do suck. And again, people, that's why I'm not sat here just blaming the manager, just blaming the players. But when everybody is, I don't like this. People trying to alleviate people from blame, like they can't all be performing better. Like Ten Hag can't be performing better. How do you have player power and you're giving the players the power?
How? Like flawless. Let's talk about this. Look, everyone keeps saying, "Oh, the pressure. Oh yeah, Manchester United. Oh, it's getting to him." What is the reason why he can't say McTominay come off? Just one of you lot give me the answer. Why is he so scared? Like I just don't understand. What's going to happen if he drops him? Why, bro? Why?
He thinks it's the best idea going forward.
Yes, I think
he must do. He must do.
You know what it is? You know, like you've got player profiles. In his head, I'm not saying I agree with this, but in his head, he's got this like,
he's gonna score a last minute goal or something.
What he's got it on the sheet, this is what I believe. He's got certain players that he plays in certain positions and nothing changes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's literally like I play a 6, I play McTominay because I believe that he can do the Gravenberch, travel with the ball.
You can't even do that, bro.
But dare I say, he can cover a bit of what Frankie de Jong does. I mean, that's probably what this guy's thinking is that tactic. And then, do you know what I mean? And then I'll play Bruno, and then with my 10 Bruno, he can go wherever he wants. And there's no changing. This is my problem with Ten Hag, because when he first came in, I seen adaptability. I said it on the stream the other day where I said like he used to make decisions that I thought that he should make. And I'm not saying that I'm always right, but I'm saying that when he first came in, I used to be like, I hope he's dropped and I hope that person's playing the midfield the next game, and it would happen. And I'd be like, oh shit, this manager's actually not doing what Jose did. He's actually adaptable. Do you know what I mean? And then now he's so set on certain things. He's like, if Rashford's available, he's my left winger. Do you know what I mean? If what's it called? If Dallow's in, I'd rather play him than a left back. If if Nana's fit, Nana's got to play. And it's like, bro, you're so naive to the Premier League and you're so naive to the amount of games that we have to play. And I'm sure that it was Nuruddin that said, this is a shocking thing that Nuruddin said, apparently there's some rumor that Ten Hag, his ideal goal is to play with just 14 or 15 players. That's what he wants to do. He's happy to play with 14, 15 players. Now, to do that, over how many games we have in a season? 50-odd games? Nearly 60 games?
I think he's Liverpool in prime, bro. I don't know what you think.
To me, is you're so naive to the league, and you're gonna just basically sack yourself. So I don't know. I'm starting to believe what Saeed was saying the other day, that he wants to sack himself for the money, because I don't understand what else he would do.
I won't give him too much credit for that. I just think he genuinely thinks this is the way to go.
He's just so set on his idea.
Pressure makes people like, oh, we don't understand why he's doing what he's doing. Yeah, panic. Somebody, when you see somebody panic, that's what they do.
You know what leads me to believe that as well? Something so simple. What leads me to believe that? The Mason Mount signing. When you deep it.
But you know what?
What do you mean?
Huh?
You reckon that was a panic signing? You reckon he panicked by it?
Bro, like I don't, bro. Like
No, but maybe
Mount, fam.
Danny's right. Maybe he thought I can turn Mount into something, and we knew that he couldn't.
Yeah, apparently he was a fan of Mount before that because he had him he was at Vitesse before he came back. So he might like it was. I just think again.
Let me tell you something, Flawless. Yeah, do you know? Let me tell you something. Well, this is what bothers me. Yeah, McTominay's best attributes is when he's in the final thirds. If you're going to play McTominay and Kobe Mainoo and Bruno, someone needs to be a box to box. Someone needs to come and support Mainoo when he needs help, and then attack when you're attacking, and be back and forth. If McTominay was that profile, it would make sense. But we see McTominay's best game when he's attacking. Cool, you take McTominay out of that. If you put someone like Mount there, if Mount was somebody that could be the facilitator and help Kobe Mainoo, if Mainoo's doing like the defensive structure and then Mount's being like the presser, like a bit like what's his name, Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez. It's a bit like that. One person's doing the dirty work while the other person's kind of being the techie person on the ball. You get me? It balances out. Fair enough. But what I don't understand, because I could see where Mount could fit in. You know, when Mount played his first game and the Mount said, "Oh, the coach wants me to free roam. He wants me to come and collect the ball." I could see that. But I feel like they're not listening to the instructions. You can't have McTominay attacking and defending if he's not going to be back and forth. It don't make sense. So is there any way that this system can work with the 6 being by themselves? I just don't see it. It's a myth.
I don't see it changing.
No, we've seen to. Do you know what it is as well? The saddest thing is, and remember when I said this right? I said this like months ago, The saddest thing is, he's got no default. Like most managers, when they're not getting results, will have a default of what they go to.
Exactly.
They'll go, okay, cool. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play Mino or Casemiro, and I'm going to play Amrabat or Donny or Hannibal. I'm going to play some default 2 guys that are pretty intelligent. Yeah, I'm not saying Hannibal's the most, but like 2 guys that can tell them what to do and they will do it. And they'll just hold down that position and give us a base to go
discipline.
Forward.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
Or they'll just keep the ball when we need to keep the ball, or they'll just take care of it. But the guys just hasn't got a default. And the amount of times I feel sorry for people, like people are cooking Casemiro, you're out of order. Do you know why? Because you go play lone 6 in this midfield. You go play it. You'll get absolutely fried. Any player in the world, bro. Who's the best 6 in the world right now? Who would you say is the best 6 in the world?
Probably what? Would you say Rodri?
Rodri's in a prime example.
So if you put Rodri by himself, and I tell you what we'll do, we'll put Rodri by himself. We won't even put him against a Liverpool or a City or anyone like that. We'll put him against like.
You see what happened when he went against 10th place Chelsea?
We'll put him against. We'll put him against lower than that. We'll put him against. I don't know. We'll put him against a Brighton, like not lower, but we'll put him against a Brentford team. It's a numbers game. You put 3 midfielders that are charging at him, and there's 1 guy. What's going to happen? It's just stupid. It's just basic stuff.
And Rodri's cold. Rodri can play on the ball. He can destroy. He can do everything. But even he's not good enough to be by himself. No one's that good. It's mad, bro.
And if you do it by yourself, you need an 8 that is so clever to read when to go forward and when to come back. You need someone that's smart and goes, you know what? I need to get back on this one. I need to get forward on this one. I need to take care of it.
Guys, I don't even believe he's going to change. He will never change the manager.
We have got one, but he don't play it. Donny, he don't play it. Donny can do a little bit of that, but he don't play it.
He won't change his style of play. No, at all. I've always believed it. He won't. Because at the end of the day, shout out to Omar from The Wire that says that man always has to have a code. He always has to have a code. His code is the Dutch way. And he's a Dutch man. I've seen it from day one. He's very stubborn, in his way and stuck in his way. And he won't change it. Yes, he was adaptable last season. He was adaptable last season because it all started off really bad. It started off really bad, and then he made those changes. But I believe this season, the reason why he won't change because he wants this style of play to work. He's gonna persist in it, and that's why I said if you're gonna persist in it, you're gonna have to die on your own sword. Because I can't back this shit if you continue to persist in it. You continue picking players who constantly let you down, like Scott McTominay. You're right, Leon. There is no reason why you. And Rhino, why you constantly keep playing Scott McTominay when you've got an Amrabat?
Because he thinks that's the way to get the results.
But that's
not. I think people giving him
results. That's the problem.
No, it's not. But that is a huge problem. But that's why I don't give him a blight when people say, "Oh, like he's trying to get himself sacked," or like when people say the players down tools. We've seen these players at their very best. They're a top 4 side. But we acting like they're a supreme side. These players overachieving. Sorry. As we seen last season, that was them players, the vast majority of this squad at their very best.
Yeah, but they are underachieving this season. Another
maybe they're burnt out. Maybe the hard yards has burned them out, guys. Because they stopped playing football from before May, just before the FA Cup final. Manchester United were playing horrible football after the Seville being knocked out and etc. They down tools from there. You know, maybe they are burnt out. You know, maybe the running is a bit too much and they really are fatigued, you know. But then again, that's a lousy excuse.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, people are putting in the chat Bellingham. Can I just explain something to you guys? We've been rubbish for 10 years. Can I just say that again? For 10 years. We've been pants. So any player that watched us over that 10-year period, why would they come? Why would they come? Like Bellingham, for example, you could do comparisons with Pogba. Look at the way Pogba was treated. Why do you think Bellingham would be treated any different? What? Because he's English. Might get a little bit more biased. He'll get cooked. Oh, Bellingham didn't win us the game. Oh, Bellingham didn't get to assist. Oh, Bellingham didn't score. Do you know what I mean? What about Rashford? What about Bruno? What about Maguire and Lindelof and all the other guys that underperform? McTominay. Do you know what I mean? To be honest with you, lads, McTominay for me, he's got to get it in the mixer, mate. You know what I mean? You got to get it in the mixer with McTominay and Maguire. That's it for me.
And again, the reason for benching Varane as well, I have to question that because Varane is fit. Like, there's no way we should be seeing Lindelof and Maguire starting week in, week out for us when you've got a world-class player like Varane. Yes, I understand he gets injured, but he should be straight. He should be thrown straight in because at the end of the day, he's one of our best defenders. So I have no idea why he doesn't start. You know, what's your problem with Rafa Varane? Come out and tell us
there's been a fallout, but we don't know what it is. But there's been some form of fallout. That was out of the blue because he was your guy last season. You know
he was
your guy, and he played an integral role. Him and Martinez partnership was was a great building block for the team. You know what I'm saying? That was the backbone of this team, was those two playing centre back. And then Casemiro. Yeah, the partnership was on point.
By the way, I didn't see it. You lot can fill me in. I didn't see apparently Varane gave him a look or something on the pitch. What happened? I
don't think. You see, all them things, it's like when Rashford, I take him with a pinch of salt. People always look at stuff like that. Like even when Rashford apparently said what he said on the bench. I
don't believe that.
Yeah.
I think that's normal. Footballers do that, though, don't they? You're not going to get on with your manager. Yeah, big up GTV. I think that's normal in football, though, because you're not going to get. That's just normal, isn't it? Like even when all of us, you might trust the manager, the whistle ends, and then you chat to them after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts, man. I'm sure we've all played I know we've all played here like Saturday League, Sunday League, 7. Like I've had fallouts with managers before. Manager's still my guy. But like we've had fallouts, like you ain't just.
Oh, is anyone here? I'm horrible. I am when I play football. For that, when I start playing, I'm horrible. I am just like vocally, I'm just horrible in it. I don't know if anyone's the same in it. And then when all right, I'm horrible.
It depends on it. Like.
I used to play on Huff End as well. You know, for all this down.
I hate Huff End pitches, man.
Yeah. And I was horrible, man. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, why are we not? These are shit, mate. Why are we not with it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
someone has to, for me to like respond. Like someone has to get on my case. Like if someone gets on my case about some nonsense on the pitch, then
I reckon Rhino's one of them. I reckon he's slightly one of them still. I reckon
Big up Lewis for the raid as well, man. Big up Lewis for the raid. Shout out to everyone who just came over from the United Chelsea preview that I was on there as well. Run up the likes. We're only at 66 likes and there's over 130 people in here. True Blue just said raid Warrior J. Obviously, if you lot, there's 5 mics here. So if you lot want to make sure your question gets answered, super chat people. But I will start the best questions. Don't worry about that. But continue to run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. Sarcasm City TV is road to 9,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there before the year is out, people. We are trying to get there.
10K's coming, bro. Forget 9. Trust me.
Yeah. We were saying this, man. Yeah, serious, man. Universe willing. And to Paramount, I've seen people say this before, so I wanted to get to this because people have mentioned this like before you have, and I hear this a lot. What if United bought Mount and not Ten Hag just a thought? Do I believe this is true? No. However, let's say for argument's sake, it is true. That's a bigger problem in itself because then you're accepting players you don't want. Therefore, you are part of the problem. You're a yes man. You're a puppet because you're being signed. So you're being signed players you don't want, and then when you fail, guess who takes the blame? You, not the person who bought the players, because we don't know. That's why I don't believe.
Flawless. 1 year left for that kind of money. You're seeing
for that kind of money. Foolishness, man. He wanted Mason Mount, man. That was his guy. He wanted Mason. Like, why don't we just say Ten Hag made a mistake?
We gotta slap that chief negotiator that negotiated 60 million for Mason Mount with 1 year left, man. Whoever does the negotiating needs a slap in the face.
Everybody who was involved in that, everybody who heard about that deal and didn't stop it deserves like to be sacked.
you know what's mad? Yeah, it's like your brethren coming in and like being gassed and saying, "Yo, I got a banging deal, right?" And you're like, "Bro, you played triple." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Manager sat there like, "Yeah, you're
just lying." You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I don't like this excuse. Mount was a terrible signing. Like, it was so blatantly obvious. And even if you rate him as a player, I'd even go that far. Let's say you think he's a good player. How does he fit in with the team? Casemiro's going to start. Bruno's his captain. So that's two of our central midfielders. So therefore, why was Mount going to go in? You won't even get the best out of Mount in that midfield because him and Bruno do the same thing.
The order. Like, why are you buying that player when there's way over priorities around the pitch? You know what I mean? Like,
I think we needed a central midfielder. It just wasn't Mount. We needed an upgrade on Ericsson.
We needed more like a proper 8 or something, or somebody who could actually play long balls or something.
Well,
you know?
we flopped on not getting Maddison. We went to spend 60 million.
I was told that he's no good because he got relegated. And that's why we should.
Oh, is that what they said? Yeah, I remember. We was together in the show.
Yeah, I'll trade him for Bruno tomorrow.
I'm saying, he was relegated, so we shouldn't sign him. Therefore, but yeah, our most successful ever Premier League captain was relegated. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? People just be saying anything. Legit.
No, but flawless. Bruno's got all the GA, man. Come on, man.
It's GNA. Even when we was going through that, even his GNA is not all that.
Before you do the street, you need to look at the stats. It's all about stats for nowadays, flawless. You know what I mean? So.
All about that.
And you know what stat I don't like watching in Manchester United, the scoreline in the top left. You know what I'm saying? That stat is not in our favor. The fucking top left of the screen. Yeah, Nero, you was there. They said Maddison can't press like Mount and can't do all, and then he's going and balling at Spurs. And they even with good attackers at Spurs take out Son. Kulusevski's decent. You got Richarlison who's rubbish. Johnson's okay. Who else they got? What are we doing here? But people just be saying anything. It's absolutely outrageous, man. It really, really is. But
another thing I want to say, is that there's no excuse about the injury thing as well. Because look at Newcastle, bro.
Talk about it.
No, I was thinking about this today. Like people like Barry was like, "Oh, but injuries and that. No Martinez, this and that, blah blah." And I'm like, bro, look at Newcastle. Weren't they playing like their fucking C team or something, bro? And they didn't have a bench. Like they had like what 3 keepers or something on the bench or some shit like that.
Yeah.
They didn't have no one to bring on, bro. And they still turned us over like it was nothing because they had a system, they had the plan, complete opposite of what we have. So it's just telling, innit? It just goes to show you, innit? It just goes to show
that it just goes to show that people will make excuses for whatever. Because I was told, like I've stated before, in regards to the injuries, I hear it from a defensive standpoint. Someone says we defensively improve once certain players get back, and I'll include Shaw in that because I actually like Shaw as a centre back. And you add in Martinez, you add in Casemiro. Defensive standpoint, I hear why that can solidify us. But our problem, well, we have many problems. Word to Stephen A. Smith, ladies and gentlemen, we have problems. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around this. There's no way to sugarcoat this. We have problems. However, goals. Creating of chances and scoring goals has been our issue the entire time Ten Hag has been here, people. Not just this season, since the start. So since he took the job up until this point, our biggest issue and longest running issue has been creating chances and scoring goals. Who is coming back into the side to do so? Because all of our attacking players, apart from Mount, but Mount has as many assists as many, I think, is it? I even know what the stat is. He's got 1 goal. I think he got 0 goals in the calendar year 2023. So the same as us 5 on here. Like that tells you all you need to know. So he don't count. But what players coming back to change that in terms of creating chances and scoring goals?
Come on, flawless. We've got Rashford who scored 30 goals.
This is what I'm saying. And I said this last season when people was criticizing Rashford, and people were like, "Oh, Rashford, this and that." Cool, I hear the deficiencies. Take his goals out of it. Who's scoring goals? And guess what's happened this season?
And here's the other thing.
Goals out of it, and we don't score.
How many people talk about how much that took away from the team for him to score them 30 goals? Yeah. When you're playing so much for an outlet, it hurts the rest of the team. This is going to hurt me to say this as well, why are Arsenal ahead of us? Because they're all round playing better as a team. They've got players on the pitch that can score from midfield, from attack, defenders every now and then. They're all chipping in with goals. Rhino, you're muting it, I think. Oh, no, you're there.
It's
mute, Rhino. It's mute.
Arsenal are part of that convo now. Like, crazy. The Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Cities. It's so mad, bro.
And on top of that, like even with Rashford, when people were like, "Oh yeah, take him," and this is more so last season, take him out the side for who?
Yeah,
who's scoring these goals in our team? Someone tell me. Who are these niggas? Who? Someone tell me who's creating chances and scoring goals for us. Because we've taken away his goals now. Well, he's taken away goals himself. Man said Rashford only had 17 Premier League goals. We scored 58, my friend, in total. So he got, I think it was 18.
a lot, bro.
He got 18 out of 58. So that means everybody else combined got 40. So he got almost half of what everybody else got last season. And this is
the other day the third highest scorer was Fred.
Yeah, nobody else got double figures last season in the Prem. I think Bruno might have been in the Prem, and I think 3 of those were penalties. I think he got like 9 or 8, and 2 or 3 of those were pens. I look at the attackers he's playing with: Bruno, Anthony, Martial. All these players were just not good enough. But hey, we moved. Yeah, man, Warrior J, you was there, man.
The thing is as well, yeah. How many times would you predict United to be like? So let's just say, all right, okay, let's do this now, yeah. Okay, we're playing Chelsea tomorrow, yeah. Are United going to win by 2 or more goals?
No.
I can't remember the last time I predicted United result when it's like, 3-1 today. 2-0 today. 4-0. It's like, oh, you know what? We might get a last-minute header in the box, or something might drop to us. Do you know what I mean? So.
That's what it's come to, man. Like I said, the bar is so low now. The expectations are crazy. Like, people like us...
Even... No, go on.
No, I'm saying, like, people like us, we know what Man United is or was. We're trying to maintain that higher standard. The bar needs to be here. But unfortunately, everyone's sucked into this low standard now. So when we're talking about scraping these wins and that, they're like, yeah, it's amazing to scrape wins against certain teams. Like, raw.
It's not.
It's not. That's why it's just like, can parents get vexed now if your kid comes home and goes like, all the whole house is United, and you're like, I want to support City. Are you gonna get vexed really? Because what is he watching?
I get vexed.
What are you watching? Do you get what I'm saying? Now I know why.
But I get it. I hear it.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And the thing is as well, yeah. The way, the way that we create chances, absolutely kills me. The amount of times, we've got players of some technical ability. I'm not saying the world's best, but we've got players where we can. Simple football for me is always the way to go when you're not getting results in it. Do you know what I mean? That goal that Martial scored where we played it through the lines, that was like my birthday. That happens like once a year. Do you know what I mean? That's like, honestly, that never happens, is it? Like, usually it's like top of the box.
It happens once a year.
No, it is. We don't have good heading players. Even bro, I'm telling you, we don't play through the lines, innit?
Yo, that's a brilliant.
You know what? And the thing is as well,
oh my god! And just to keep that, you keep saying this: 17 Premier League goals from a centre forward is top 4. The point that I'm making is he scored 17 goals out of 58. So that means him by himself scored just under half. You know what I'm saying? Of our goals. That is a problem within itself. That's how bad the rest of our attackers are. This is not me crediting. This is not me saying Rashford is the guy. I'm just talking about how bad the rest of our attack is. How many more times do we need to see these players and go, our attacking players are just not very good? Our attacking players suck. They suck.
Just to finish my point. Just to finish my point quickly. By the way, Mario Icardi's in the chat. Boot him out. Do you know what I mean? I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? After your antics the other day. Like the way I'm just gonna say the way that we create chances. It's just unbelievably shocking. Like I don't see what we're coached because like we don't have headed players. Even Vegos, I've got a running joke in my barbershop, where we talk about Vegos, and the way he slide tackles goals and he can't head it. Like I've never known someone to be like 6'7" and not head the ball in it. Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like nobody heads the ball well, but we're always crossing it. We just get to the edge of the box and we're like, boom, spam cross. Do you know what I mean? Corners hits the first man. We just don't, or the default is shoot outside the box. Like who are we? Like I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? So. We don't even do the basics of go to the byline and cross back to the penalty box. Do you know what I mean? If I was United manager, I'd be like, that's the only way you're going to score this season. Do it. Do you know what I mean? But sorry, Alvaro, go.
No, I just wanted to add to one thing that Danny said about standards. The standard is so low here is that when we win games, and I tell Man United fans, but Bruno played rubbish today. But he scored a goal today. So how are you upset? And that's what I mean by the standards are so low that people will set mediocre performances from our players, who can't play a consistent 90-minute game. But you're telling me, but he's got so much goals and assists. Same as Rashford. Rashford played poor today, but he scored a winning goal, though. How are you upset? Like, no, but you're not getting the bigger picture. The whole team are not performing to a
bro. I don't think a lot of people watch like other teams in football. Like
they don't.
For them
they
to
don't.
be
They
saying,
only watch their club.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not like us. They're not football fans. We are.
Because bro, when you compare any Manchester United game compared to any other game.
Embarrassing.
Bro. It's embarrassing, like Rhino said. It's dead.
It's embarrassing.
It hurts, bro.
Danny, that's the
I can't enjoy it
that's the
ever.
comment of the day right there. That's a banging comment right there.
Yeah, need to
What's
watch
that?
other teams.
Let me just get to the super chat quick before we carry on. Big up to Cam, this joke, man. Says thoughts on Ten Hag. Thought Ten Hag was here to end errors. Big up Flawless in the panel. Road to 9K. Smash up those likes. Hey, Cam, big up for the super chat, but go fuck yourself as well. But large with my guy Cam every single time. You'll see him here. Actually, Cam, if you're about tonight, let me know. Because I'm doing, for those, the Arsenal United show is tonight. I'm doing it. Obviously, it's normally Thursdays, but we're then playing Luton. You're going to get the United Arsenal show tonight. So, Cam, I was going to message you. So, just let me know if you're about. Obviously, TJ will be on there as well. Large up everyone that is still tapped in. But yeah, in regards to standards, it's because I've said it before, it's varying reasons.
Flawless. Can I just stop you for a sec? Is that how you greet United fans on this channel? Because I'm here for it. That was beautiful.
Oh, you're talking about Cam
Arsenal.
He's Arsenal. That's why I said this. That's why he's running joke. That's why he's got Jesus. Yeah, Cam my don in it. Like I know him like outside of this.
Okay. Makes
he's
sense,
running jokes. That's why anyone you see me say that to, normally one, they're a part of that. They're a part of the channel, number one, and two, they support a rival team like Jez. These man always running jokes. Like Jez is here often. He's a Spurs fan. So that's why I was like, yeah, fuck you, Jez. Like he was like, yeah, big up. That's all it is. Because these man just running jokes and running bants. But in regards to the standards and things like that, a lot of fans don't. Because once you then put standards on the club, people then have to hold their favorite players to those standards, and they don't want to do that. That's what it is. A lot of people are, I'm saying, stands. I'm saying player FC's never been a player FC in my life. That's why you got people still out here still defending these players. Same way you still have managers stand. Ten Hag stands. How are you seeing everything that's gone on and still standing the manager? How have you seen everything that's gone on, not just this season, but for the longest, and still stand certain players? Like Luke Shaw, for instance, who's been here almost a decade.
I want to ask you people, like,
been here so long, etc. Go on.
What has Ten Hag done right this season?
Nothing, bro.
I'm just asking for one thing.
I did a stream on this the other day.
Two, maybe?
I did a stream on this the other day, yeah. It was hard. It was so hard, man. Like we was doing like back and forth, yeah. It was me and
like we beat Luton 1-0. Like, this
you know what? I got one thing he's done right, yeah. And it's like it's what a manager should do, yeah. And he has played the youth quite a bit this season, but apart from that, I'm struggling to
maybe Mano, integrating Mano into the side.
Mano, Garnacho. That's the only I can't really.
Yeah, like but Garnacho
manager should do that anyway. That's
and everything else he's done well is a fire he started. So I don't give you credit for pointing out fires that you started. So that's what it is. Like I'm sorry, I don't. In it, like you cleaned up a mess you made. Like what is going on? You don't get credit for that. So the certain things he's done, and I go, yeah, that's the right decision eventually. But like that's it. Yeah, he's foolish. Big up Kaneki. Yeah, Kaneki, man, like players don't want to, like you said there, innit? Pogba scored the winning goal against Fulham and he played bad. Both you and Rand said it. Like the thing is, whether you're my favorite player or not, if you don't play well, I say that. Like Casemiro, my favorite players in the squad. And has he played well this season? No. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying he played badly. Nothing wrong with saying a Varane, but a lot of people don't want to do that. And like I said, it's been Luke Shaw, Martial. I use those two examples. Been here almost 10 years, and there's still conversations about him. Luke Shaw came back from injury and people were talking about, he's going to change us. He's been here almost 10. How much more evidence do you need to convince someone?
I saw he's only got like 4 under 5 assists in this 10 years that he's been playing at Manchester United.
No. Is that the stats? Oh,
no, bro, big man thing. That guy don't have that much assists that guy, as a fullback. He's never
5 assists in 8 years. That can't be right. That can't
be. You're discrediting him. It's more like 10 years, bro. It's been almost a decade of this guy, and we've only seen a small sample percentage of Luke Shaw at his best. That's ridiculous. And then you get a new contract renewal. This is the standards of the football club. We reward mediocrity. Like, for example, the contract that Mark Stretford has got, I was never with it because he's been here for 9 years. He's only had 3 good seasons out of these 9 years, and you reward it because in his final year of his contract, which he fooled us. I said, the joke's on us because he fooled us. He conned us so well to get a £325,000 a week, which roughly estimates about 84 million in 5 years, bro. He conned us well, man. Gave us his best and then went back to his usual box standard self, which is scoring no goals and not being
And people thought he was gonna be back when he got back with his girl and that. Like
he ain't back with her, bro. He ain't back with her. She ain't impressed. If he was back with that, he would be performing.
17 assists, but obviously they're not going to be Prem ones, and that's
it will be like some of them will be like maybe I don't know how much he played at Southampton. Big up to Mr. B for the super chat. He said, "Do you love?" I even know what this. Just big up for the super chat. Like you write that again, and I read it out again because you've confused me with this, Mr. B. But I appreciate the super chat.
I think he's talking about. I think he's talking about the chant we've won it all.
It's a fire chant. We have won it all. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like sad singing?
No.
Is that what he's saying? Is it love? Is that what we're supposed to say?
Singing, we've won it all.
Yeah, it's fire. 100%. Our chants, that's the one thing I still will forever love about this football.
I love that chant.
Our chants are fire.
I think that's the only good thing that's come out under Erik Ten Hag's tenure is that chant. That's the only good thing.
Like, yeah, all the chants are fire. That's one thing I'll say. Hey, you know what? Whoever creates the Manchester United chants, if Manchester United had that type of creativity and consistency, we'd be in a much better situation. Trust me, we'd be in a much better situation because them chants are A1. I'm saying A1. Trust me. As someone who's written music before and put bars together, yo, that's not easy. I'm telling you, like they super creative.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. B, big up for the super chat. And Cassie's asking, Flawless, why can't Ten Hag just play attacking football? That's always been the United way under Fergie because he doesn't want to. That's why. That's like the 4th or 5th time Rhino just sucked his teeth, you know.
I'm just fed up with these questions, bro. So,
He doesn't want to. Everything that you are not seeing from this manager is because he doesn't want to do it. He has full power to play who he wants. Fuck this myth of player power and he has to play such and such. Nonsense. Or you can't drop such and such because he's on big wages. Sancho's on big wages.
And I'm not even saying I'm fed up. Like I don't want you guys to send your questions. I'm fed up because these are the questions I ask in my head and you just don't have the answers to. I'm just fed up, bro. I'm fed up, bro. This guy's get out.
But some of these players can't play attacking football, bro. That's the goddamn honest truth. When you've got my man can't pass off, do a 5-yard pass. When you've got a defender like Harry Maguire, when Onana said, "Listen, are you ready for the pass?" He's there pointing out, "No, pass it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka because I don't want to be in that position to receive the pass." When you've got McShadow who doesn't make himself available for every receiving pass in one.
Hey, Ivorian, do you know what's funny as well? To add on to that, yeah, when I was watching Ben Foster, he was saying how it's so funny when he said this. Our back four, they pass to Onana and then hide. Like they don't pass to him and then show for the ball again. Like they pass and hide. It's like throwing the grenade and saying, hey, bro, it's embarrassing, bro. They pass to him and then they throw him under the bus. That's so embarrassing, bro. This club, like Rashford's got a new contract. He's chilling, bro. How long is his contract? What, 5 years? So he's 30. Years, yeah. He's good. He's calm. He's good. He's set. He's nice.
And that's the attacking football thing. You can play attacking football with whoever. It might not be to a high standard, but you can attempt to play attacking football. Because we've seen teams in the league before play attacking football and not do. Leeds did it. As much as it pains me, and I'm glad they're in the championship. Under Bielsa, did they not play attacking football? It might not have been to the highest standards. They didn't have the best of players, but they still played attacking football. You can play on the front foot football if you want to. That's why I'm not hearing no excuses. Now, doing it to a certain level is a whole different conversation. That's a different question. But yeah, go on.
But Flawless, what if we are trying to play attacking football and this is the best output they can give us of their attempts of playing attacking football?
I don't think we are because we don't get forward. If you play an attacking football, you get bodies in the box. You get bodies in the final third. Like consistently. How often do you see? How often do we see that?
We don't see that. We see them outside the box trying to pass.
There's no intent.
No, with no intent. But again, that's probably them trying to do it, but it's just a poor display. It's just a poor display.
Attacking football is like, say, when Klopp first took over Liverpool and he had that terrible side. They played attacking football. Go look at that team. I'm saying when Klopp initially took over, that squad was awful, but they still played offensive football. They was, all right, you score 3, we'll score 4. They're trying to score 5 or 6 a game. With us, it's survival football. It's like, let's not get beat and try and scrape the game, win 1-0, win 2-1. There ain't no what, like, it's not. Like in regards to balances, we can't keep the ball, we can't string 3 passes together. We are capable because we did it last season. We didn't necessarily play attacking football, but we kept the ball at points. Because to play counter-attacking football, you have to be able to. That's even not as tough as attacking football, but when you're counter-attacking, passes need to be even more precise. They need to be even more decisive. The weight of the pass has to be just as good because counter-attack can disappear. If you play one wrong pass in a counter-attack, it breaks down, and the opposition then get back and get set. So everyone talks about us being a counter-attack, so we can counter-attack, where you're under arguably even more pressure to make the correct decision.
Flawless. I was just going to say, you've got to make the right pass at the right time, otherwise it's over and you're back on the crush.
And it's gone, but you can't make free passes. You can't get the ball from the goalkeeper.
Let's be honest.
The centre back, the right back, to the right.
I'm not going to lie. A better manager would actually be able to coach these players to do a little something. Now, I'm not saying, guys, that they're going to be world beaters and they're going to challenge for the Premier League and all that sort of thing. Yeah, but I know with the way the league fluctuates and the way that I'm seeing other players who I think are lesser quality than some of the ones that we've got play, I think it's just confidence. I think when you don't understand what you're doing, you don't have any confidence in it. And that's all I've seen all season with the players. They don't really understand what he's trying to do. Like, let's be honest, yeah. If you're a United player the other day and you go to that Newcastle game, the way he set you up, I'd be on the pitch thinking, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? We had 11 men behind the ball.
Yeah, but even on top of that, that's when then, as a professional athlete, accountability comes into it. Because Chelsea fans have spoken about this before. When they won the Champions League under Di Matteo, the players just were like, Di Matteo don't really know what he's doing. We're just going to do this ourselves. And that's what they ended up doing. All their senior players, I think, who spoke about it in their book? Somebody did. One of you Chelsea lot, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I know
Is there that fear from the players? I know obviously they need to man up on that, but is there that fear from the players where they're like, if I don't do what he wants me to do, he's just not going to play me, and I want to play ball?
Some of these players we've seen have had free reign. Rashford could do what he wants. Bruno can do what he wants.
I just mean
they do what they want.
I just mean some of the ones who like anything they do is wrong. Like it just seems to be like certain players, they just don't get any opportunity.
He has his favourites. So I think Rashford could do what he wants.
I'm talking about the other guys who don't get the
opportunity.
Talking about the others? Yeah. So for example, let's just say I am because no one else gets to play the 10 role.
You use Pelestri as an example, who probably comes in and has a decent game.
I'll give you a good example. Yeah, when Ahmad comes back, let's just say Ahmad starts cutting it up and rare, but then Ten Hag goes, "You did all that, but you didn't track back like Anthony does, so you're not playing." Do you know what I mean?
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
And but it's true because, for example, and big up Traps, free Sancho. I agree with that as well. Free Sancho because
not even free Sancho. Play him into this. No. Leave him where he is. Don't bring him back into this. I know for a fact
that if the manager had made the mistake and we played Højlund, Sancho, and probably Martial, I know people will be like, oh, he's Robert, I don't want to get rid of it. Do you know the difference that three does? I know how that looks. That's beautiful for me, bro. They're playing between each other. You know, you put Ericsson behind them or a Donny, and then you start playing Amrabat and Amino. That's a completely new look on the team. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, that's what I was saying, Flawless. Do you think some of the ones who don't get the opportunity,
maybe to an extent,
are stuck between a rock and a hard place? Like I can play, but then I don't get to play the way that I want to play because
Leon, we're Dreamers FC. Imagine they played this free and imagine if Sancho was saying like
that's what Dreamers saying, bro.
No, but Leon's got a point though.
If I was the dream right now, man.
We're in November. That's what's keeping me sane. We're in November.
Fear of dreams. Nonsense.
Leon, you got a point there because if I was a football player, played at Manchester United and I was hardly playing any games, each time I get some minutes, I would be thinking that throughout my head, we're running from it. Am I doing exactly what he's asking me to do? Am I dropping back? And that will have an impact on your game overall because you won't be doing the right things. You're right. And then you're thinking, if I do this wrong, I might not get.
You're forgetting your game because you're playing his game too much. And it's got to be that balance because for me, that's what I see with Donny van der Beek. Every single time he's had a chance, he's been so desperate to make an impact that he's been trying to do too much. Because he knows he's not going to be back in again. And I'll go back to when we played Istanbul last year. I seen enough from Donny to tell me that he can play in this midfield. I seen him run that Istanbul game, and he was good. And then he didn't get a chance. He's out. He didn't get a chance for that.
A perfect example of what you've just said there is Luke Shaw under Jose Mourinho when Jose Mourinho stood at the byline and told him what to do. That's a perfect example.
Oh yeah, when he said it was his body, but my mind,
but my brain. Yeah,
you got something like that. And just quickly, Jez, big up every single time. You know what it is, bro, man. Oh, nothing but love. And to Banjo, this was before Liverpool got Salah. When I was talking about the club situation, I'm talking about when he initially got there. The squad was terrible, but yet they still played offensive football. They would score a whole load of goals, but they would also and we wouldn't take any. If we had their team right now, we'd be complaining. That team that he got initially when he landed there with Moreno and all them man in there. Like, what are we talking about? That team was awful.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The squad was awful. Like, let's not do that. But we are going to close out here, people. Love to everyone that's locked in. This is the new lineup on Tuesdays for the ManDem United podcast. So Ivorian, Danny, Rhino, Leon, make sure you subscribe to all the ManDem. I'll let them give all their shouts out shortly. But whether you're watching this live right now or watching this live right now, watching this back, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Don't worry, we'll be live later on. First ManDem United crossover of the week. The ManDem United Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast. So Manchester United Arsenal show with Arsenal traveling to Luton today. There'll be a watch along on the Twitch. But Ivorian, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Obviously, subscribe to Red United TV and subscribe to everyone else's channel, including this channel, Sarcasm TV. Sadly, I'll be tomorrow doing another watch along, getting back with my girlfriend, Manchester United, to get her all over again. So I'm live tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and of course, live on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Yeah, man. Subscribe to Red United TV. Follow me. Follow Red United TV on Instagram, Red United TV 1. And yeah, man, just keep bigging up everyone, man. Smash that like button and follow everyone, man. We're just gonna go through it, guys. We will go through it. We're all in this together, like High School Musical says, you know. We'll lose or draw.
We all go drown on the Titanic, man. We all just drowning. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna hold that ship. We're gonna let Man United beat that woman that sits on top of the boat, and we are the ones that are gonna be freezing to death. We are the Leonardo DiCaprio in this situation. Do you get me, guys? Well, it's all love, man. We
over, man. That plank of wood wasn't that small. She could have screwed.
I know it wasn't that small. You could have screwed over.
I'm saying,
but you know,
let's just let man.
That's gal for you, isn't it?
No. Yeah. The film is cheeks as well. I know. She just let man drown, you know. Yeah, out there, you drown with me. What kind of shit is that? Fuck is just gonna watch me drown, you know. That is crazy. Dan, I know where they can find you and all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Dan Silly, man, on all the socials. Big up for having me, Flawless. Can't lie, I'm very exhausted tonight. But it was good to hear you man's take on a lot of things.
Likewise with yours.
But yeah, man, big up, man. Like, thanks for having me, bro. And big up to everyone inside, man. Big up to the chat. Big up to Rhino and Leon. Nice to be on the stream with you. And yeah, man. Catch you guys in the next one, bro. As for Man United, like I said earlier, man, I don't know what more can be said about this catastrophe of a club, bro. Like it's what's known don't need to be said type thing, innit? Like, we can keep beating a dead horse. We can keep speaking on these things, these little semantics, this and that. And it's like, literally, I don't know about you lot. I get a bit tired of doing that. But at the same time, for the content, for the people, we have to turn up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. It's therapy, man. It's definitely therapy.
I don't went
man.
through it today.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I was sitting there just taking it in, like soaking it up. Like, I was like, Rhino's fucking just letting it off, bro. Just letting that steam off. Crazy.
Pause, but yeah.
Pause.
Pause it, yeah.
I don't know if that was a pause.
You said you was taking it. You was taking it in. I'm letting it off.
I don't know what I said. I'm sorry. I told you I'm tired.
That's a major pause.
No. But see when he said it.
Why for that?
See when I said it, you didn't have that reaction. When he said, it's all in your head, guys.
I probably didn't. I probably wasn't paying attention. So.
It's all in your head, guys. Yeah. Anyway,
love though. No, I love it. Man's just trying to find a bit of humor here. You feel me?
I know, man.
Always, man. Always. We always know.
You'll cry if you don't laugh, innit? It's crazy. But yeah, man. Big up to everyone, man. Appreciate it.
Well, yeah, every time, right on my G. I was saying, let them know where they can find you. Where you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Yep. Rhino MGTV on YouTube, you know, you can see it down there. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to everyone else. Unleash Sports. Big up Danny. It's good to meet you as well. Ivorian as normal, Flawless. It's always a pleasure. You feel me? Tuesday, ManDem United podcast. You get me? Make sure you like liking the video. Smash the likes. You feel me? And obviously, you know, I don't even want to say Manchester United. I want to say, you know, what's that meme when he's like, the guy's like, Manchester United, and he starts laughing and that, and he's doing the little scores and that. I need to find that meme online.
Are you talking about the black guy? The
black guy reading the scores like.
Yeah. That's what we are. We are an absolute joke. Like I'm embarrassed. I remember back in the day when it was nice to say, "What team you support?" Man United. Like, you feel me?
Course,
like,
man.
you feel me? But like, brother, it is what it is. Anyways, we're gonna see. Times have changed, innit? Like we're talking about all these chants and we're just holding on to legacy football. You feel me? But I feel like Pro Evolution, you know, International Superstar Soccer. If you're old enough, trust me. ISS,
that takes it back, man. ISS Pro.
Yeah, it takes ISS Pro. Trust me, way back, man. But big up the chat as always, man. It's always a pleasure to have a discussion with you guys. Make sure you're not liking up the video. Big up the panel as always, and let's see what I go on tomorrow, man. Like I might go to the game. I don't know. We'll see.
Pull up, man. I'm going. Pull up.
Yeah,
What you saying, Leon? Let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
I'm here, man. I'm here quickly. Rhino, when you said about that meme, when I go in my boxing gym, there's that one of the coaches is an Arsenal fan, and I just avoid him at all costs. And he always pops up and says, Manchester. He comes up to me with his phone. He's about 50, You know, where they flip the case over like that. And he goes,
they put the glasses on, like
that's what he does. Exactly what he does. Mikey as well, and he'll be like,
big up Mikey.
Manchester United. What happened on the weekend, bro? And I'm like, listen, forget all that now. I'm not interested in all that, innit? But yeah, no.
My dad supports Arsenal, bro. So I get the same headache.
Yo, that's why Cam's giving me the energy. One of my best brethren is an Arsenal fan, and he'll ring me and be like, "Oh, yeah, Martinelli's best in the world." Yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no. Big up to shout out to the chat. Very entertaining. Hopefully, we've got 100 likes now. We've got 100 likes for this.
I don't.
No, we haven't. We're only at 89.
Is it?
Come on, man.
Great. It was on 83. Yeah, but
on 89. We'll get out here. I'll get out here.
Shout out to Avoria and Danny, pleasure as well, bro. And shout out to Rhino as well, And obviously, Flawless, it happens with you, man. We like the sarcasm and that. And if you want to see what I'm doing, I'm going live now with Traps. We're going to be going through the team at Unleash Sports. I think we might do redirect something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
No, redirect's happening, people. So don't go anywhere. As soon as this live stream ends, it's gonna go straight direct to Unleash Sports, where Leon will be live, continuing the content, people. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, you don't go anywhere. Like I said, it will redirect straight. You don't have to press nothing. It will just go directly to it. Yeah, go on.
So what we're going to be doing is breaking down the team and who we think is behind the manager and who we think is not behind the manager, basically player by player. So that's what we're going to be doing for a quick half an hour. But anything else to do with me, Leon's Reality on Instagram, Unleash Sports. And that's all I got to say. And Rhino, it's all good, fam. Things can only get better. Trust me, Rhino's.
I'm have to run that one still.
You know what? I just feel for Rhino because when he comes on, it's just like, oh man, yeah, I'm here.
Because he's now
proper deep hit.
Kind of have to be here, man. I don't really want to be, but
yeah, I didn't want to be here. Like I was holding on. Just hold on. I was holding on. Flawless was like, right, sure.
Last week, man.
Bro.
We spoke last week.
My hands are shaking. I had to let go, man. I had to let go, blood. My hands are shaking.
We're here for you. It's okay. We'll all, just suffer together. And we'll laugh. Yeah, we gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we gonna do. It's a safe space and we gonna laugh. We're going to make jokes out of this situation. But yes, love to everyone who's locked in. This is now the lineup going forward on Tuesdays. Ivorian, Dan, Rhino, Leon. So this is what you will see on a weekly basis for the ManDem United podcast. In regards to Sarcasm City, back live tonight, people, on the Twitch. I'm saying I will be doing the Luton Town Arsenal game. So watch along on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. So go follow the Twitch, download the app for free, sign up for free. The same way you watch and comment on YouTube. Make sure you do the same on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, where you get so much other content, Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League, boxing show, F1 over there, NFL, NBA watch-alongs as well, over on the Twitch.
I've been watching the NBA recently, I've been getting into it. Trust me, it's hard.
Yeah, man, NBA, yeah. Trust me, with United doing bad is good watching NBA. And then following that, like I said, back at midnight here at midnight UK time, people, myself, TJ will be in the building. Cam will probably be recapping the Arsenal-Luton game. Hopefully Arsenal take a L. Because that'll just be
home or away? Who's home?
They're away. They're at Luton.
Oh, they're at Luton. Okay.
Oh, you think I'd be doing the game if it was at Emirates? Nah, you know what I'm saying? If it was at Emirates, it would be crazy. And don't forget, on top of everything like I just mentioned there, people, this show and all the other shows on the YouTube channel are available on audio-only platforms as well. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast, type in Sarcasm City TV. This show and all the other shows will pop up. So like I always say, if you want to listen while you're cooking, cleaning, driving, at work, maybe traveling, maybe you're at the gym, whatever the case may be, people, So Spotify, follow us and 5-star us. Sarcasm City TV, iTunes, Apple Podcast, 5-star us. Leave us a review. Same as well with SoundCloud. Follow us. And on just one more thing as well, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. So much content going on, people. Sarcasm City TV Gaming. And if you play pro clubs, give me a shout. EAFC 24. If you're a pro clubs player, PS4 version or a PS4 game, and you have a headset, give me a shout, people. Always looking for players. But love to everyone that's locked in. You lot continue to support realist ones. Much, much, much appreciated. We are going to redirect to Leon right now as well. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.